We can stop HIV, Iowa.
A person living with and being treated for HIV can take one pill a day to protect their own health and prevent HIV from passing to sexual partners.
We call it U equals U. Undetectable equals untransmittable.
Visit StopHIVIowa.org.
We can stop HIV, Iowa. Everyone has a role to play in stopping HIV. Unfortunately, there are barriers that make our job a little more difficult.
Stigma is one of our biggest challenges. According to a survey, 27% of respondents who were living with HIV said they waited to get tested because of the stigma.
So we should talk about HIV more.
And support people living with HIV.
Find out more at StopHIVIowa.org.
Is this a contest to see who could be quiet the longest? Because I'm gonna lose. I mean,
the thing is nobody knows we started the show until you said something.
I know. Shit. Here, I have a question for you. You know, because the voice comes on and it says recording now in progress, and you get that pop-up screen, and you click. You have to click OK. What happens if I don't click OK and I don't acknowledge it? Are they not allowed to record me?
You get kicked out, I think.
Oh, really?
I have no idea. Want to try it?
Just like I'm not going to click OK, and therefore you can't. I don't know. That's
you're a dumbass.
Yeah, well.
May the 4th be with you, dickhead.
May the 4th be with us
actually,
all.
What are we on? We're actually on Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, today is Revenge of the 6th. But May the 4th is kind of the one that started it all. Now they have like a different, like every day in May basically is like a different. There's like 8 days in May. Like George Lucas's birthday is one. You got May the 4th, Revenge of the Sith, and then God, there's like 3 or 4 more. I think we're just gonna have to make it official, like Star Wars month.
It is actually. I'm gonna try to find the list, but there's a list that is I wouldn't say not surfacing, but is going around the interwebs, and it breaks down all the days in May, like. Because 1978, when it was first released, it was in May. And then, they released all the other movies in May throughout. I'm trying to find the May 4th thing. I'm trying to find that little breakdown, but everything kind of happens in May for Star Wars. So it's really cool. They kind of do all this stuff. Plus Disney goes out, like way out on it. It's so much fun. They had a 4th of July or 4th of May the 4th, after hours party that was like all like a bunch of music, DJing, and Star Wars in the Galaxy's Edge, and everybody had their lightsabers and stuff. And then the whole fireworks show that night only was all Star Wars based, and it was online, so check it out. But that's one of the coolest things now about that is like we get a whole month, man.
Yeah, a whole month, and that's, I mean, think about it. There's Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month. What do the white people have? Nothing. So we're gonna take May instead of May being a white person awareness month. We're just gonna go. Let's just do Star Wars month, because I mean it's everything. You have like George Lucas's birthday, Peter Mayhew's birthday is in May. You have like a bunch of people that like worked on the movie.
Form.
I'm trying to think of who else was on there, but anyways, there's a bunch that are on there and then there's many Star Wars days. But the important part is your time that you had at Disneyland.
Yes.
Including your son getting his own awesome lightsaber. How was that, man?
Oh, wrong. That was the wrong one. I suck.
We should be better at this.
There we go. It was fun. It was it was cool because I went in a while ago and I made one of those lightsabers that cost a ridiculous amount of money. And it just happened to be that my son is, birthday's on May 1st, which is, another reason that we celebrate May. But my wife happened to be broadcasting live from inside Disneyland on May 2nd. So I'm like, hey, you want that lightsaber? To my son. And of course, his response was, hell yes. So we got to go and build his lightsaber, and it's kind of cool because he did the same general kind of design, but not the same parts. So it kind of looks like my son's.
You're saying that your son has the same shaft as you.
No.
Okay, I just
Hilt.
was making.
Hilt. I'll say hilt on before I say anything else, because that's messed up.
Oh man,
how's your daughter doing at band camp, by the way?
Oh yeah, I see. That was the payback for the band camp jokes. Is what that was. No, but so I want to know about this process. Like, how long does it take to make this? Because I would think, here's the thing: if I'm shelling out that kind of dough to make this, I want it to be like this cool event, not where they're just like, all right, you put that piece and that piece, and here you go. Here's you like. I want it to be where there's like a ceremony, and there's this is like an hour-long process of building shit.
It's about 20 minutes long. It is a ceremony. You go in, they explain about the kyber crystals and where they came from and how they went and gathered them.
Wallet.
They went, right? They gathered them, they gathered them for us. And we're actually at a scrapyard. This isn't really where they make lightsabers. We're trying to hide from the First Order and like all this kind of cool stuff. And then Yoda plays and it's all dramatic. And then you raise your lightsaber and everybody does it at the same time. And when the room's full, it's really cool. When it's only half full, it's kind of weird.
Well, like the story, they're just gonna have to change it, right? Like the original, it's like we had to go into a cave and find the kyber crystals. But like the Disneyland version now is, well, when your father's check clears, Disney gives us the authorization. But well, wait, once we do have to also check and make sure that he's a Disney Plus member. And then we also run a credit check. But then you have gained access to these fake crystal. Like that, they need to just change the wording of it. When his credit card swipes, we now unlock a magical journey that will take you. It's.
Do you remember me messing up with my nieces to get theirs a while back?
I do, and I remember like how upset you were about that one. Like that one,
I was
really
pretty upset.
Yeah,
but I was glad that Aiden got his. I know it'd fall a little deaf on the girls a little bit, but I mean, it'd be fun to have all their lightsabers eventually.
Now did he go with a certain color though? Like that.
There were 4 choices, or no, 3 choices. There was red, blue, and green. Those were the only choices.
And they don't let you do the Mace Windu purple, huh?
They were out, but I already have it. That's what I did for mine was Mace Windu. So he picked blue, which is dope. Now we have yellow, white, red, blue, and purple.
Nice.
I just need to get green and orange. No, but I found those things. It was really cool. We got to go do that and a whole bunch of other things for free, which is awesome, man. We stayed at the Grand California, which is the really expensive hotel, which is really nice. That's where your wife used to work,
My wife used to work.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, I found that thing. It's the 501st day is May 1st, which is their name of the squadron people. By
the way, did you know in the Mandalorian when they had to do some scenes where they needed they didn't have enough stormtrooper costumes?
Yep.
They actually contacted the 501st to come down because they had such great costumes that they got to do extra work because they just needed extra stormtroopers and stuff.
Yeah, it was it was near the end when they were getting blown up out of the end of the cantina with the dude from Breaking Bad. It was really cool. But yeah, you're right. George Lucas' birthday is May 14th. Attack of the Clones came out on May 16th. The Phantom Menace and Return of the Sith came out on May 19th. Empire Day is May 20th, whatever that means. Yep. The Empire Strikes Back came out on May 21st. A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Solo came out on May 25th, and Obi-Wan Kenobi releases on May 27th, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. To be honest with you, I think more excited about that one than I am about the movie that we'll talk about here in a little bit, the Doctor Strange movie. I'm really, really excited about the Obi-Wan one. I think that this is one of those stories where there's so much to mine from that I think is like so. And by the way, you could do so many great callbacks and tributes to all these other shows that have come that have kind of had that storyline. The Clone Wars show, a couple of the prequel. I mean, there's like so many callbacks that you could do with that story. So I'm really, really pumped to see how they tie in everything. I wonder. Do you think they're going to do that de-aging thing to what's his face?
Oh no, he's young. He looks young already. He looks younger than me. Jeez, that guy. He's probably what 80 years old by now because he was in Trainspotting 1. But yeah, no, he's going to be great. The thing that I'm excited about is that the way they brought in characters for the Boba Fett, like they brought in Cad Bane and they brought in some of the other Mandalorians from shows like Rebels and Clone Wars. They are gonna there's rumors that Ezra from Rebels is gonna be in this along with a couple other characters from them, which would be
Yeah, which
dope
would
to see
tie
that
in.
live
That's
action.
that's a great tie-in, and I think it makes all the sense. And then Disney loves doing that cross-platform or cross promotion. So
Plus, Vader is in this, and he does fight with Obi-Wan. The only thing that this is going to do, as you know, I've been watching all the Star Wars movies over the last few days, and the very first movie, The New Hope, that was made, Vader goes, "I've been waiting for this for a long time. Last time we faced, I was yet an apprentice and you were my master, but that is so like now he's going to be facing him a couple times throughout Obi-Wan, and he actually faced other people in the Clone Wars and stuff. So they're going to have to go back and change a little bit of dialogue probably, which actually won't be that hard.
Yeah, it won't be hard. The other great part of the preview that I really enjoyed was I think it's Ben who said who was it?
Uncle Owen?
Uncle Owen, excuse me. I'm thinking Uncle Ben's rice.
Well, Uncle Owen turns into rice.
Yeah. Hey, there it is.
Overcooked rice.
Overcooked burnt rice. When Uncle Owen says to when Obi-Wan says, I will have to train the boy at some point, and Uncle Owen's like, yeah, just like how you trained his father.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a sick burn.
That's
that
like
one's got a sting.
He stabbed him.
Remember how you trained the guy that turned out to be the thing that broke apart, like that ruined everything and killed a bunch of people? Remember that?
Yeah. No, I agree. I 100% agree. It was like,
which, by the way, is totally true. Like, if I would probably have that same response. Like, oh, you want to train this poor little kid who's like escaped and they're not tracking him down. He's hidden here on this planet. We're taking care of him. Oh, you want to train him and bring him to light like a Jedi? Well, let's see your track record. Let me think. Like, that's, I would probably have that same response.
I would too. And especially since, that guy's a Jedi and this other dude's just a farmer. So he's got to take his jabs when he can.
Yeah, good point.
Did you see the picture I took though? Me and my kids stumbled across Boba Fett or Jabba's lair, or throne room, I guess you'd call it, where Boba Fett sits in Jabba's old palace. Did you see that picture I posted online?
Yes, I did.
That was dope. I was like, oh my God, this is here. Come on, guys, sit down. Come on. I gotta look tough. Okay, how am I gonna do this?
So what was your favorite kind of moment over your like 3 days that you guys got to do the Disneyland thing while Evelyn was broadcasting all that? Like, what was kind of like your favorite highlight that you're going to remember from that weekend?
Probably the fact that my kids can go on their own now. There were a couple times where we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna go to the bar at the hotel, you guys go have fun at the park, and then they had their fun, and then they would go on rides 2 or 3 times in a row. But then also Splash Mountain we walked right on once, which was pretty cool, and that was, I sat in the back and my kids got soaked. So that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. I'm totally jealous.
Yeah, you should be.
I am. And it sounds like a completely awesome time. Something that you would, so I'm jealous of you. Now, something you should not be jealous of me of.
What'd you do?
Is I had my very first doctor's appointment that men have to have over the age of 40. Yeah. So basically,
wrong one.
Yeah, that's the sound my butthole was making. Well, so I go through the whole thing, and I'm going through the whole physical and everything, and we're done. And I'm getting ready to leave, and he goes, oh, wait a minute, there's something we forgot. And he goes, how did you let me forget this? And he starts grabbing a pair of gloves, and I said, forget. And by the way, I'm still clueless at this point, and I'm thinking it's the turn your head and cough kind of thing. So I grab my pants, I drop them. I mean, listen, anytime someone tells me to take off my pants, I do it. No matter if I'm in a doctor's office or not. I could be in the grocery store, and if someone walks by and says, take off your pants, my pants will be on the ground. So I just dropped my pants instantly, and he was very surprised at how quickly I did that. He goes, oh, most people are hesitant to do this. And I said, no, grab them and jiggle them a little bit and see what's going on, doc. And he goes, no, you're going to have to turn around. And I still, by the way, doesn't compute, right? Like, I'm still thinking, what are you going to give me a reach around? Like, what do you mean? Like, I got to turn around. The old cock and balls is facing you, brother. Like, that's the money shot, right? And I even asked, I said, so do I got to do the whole turn my head and cough thing? Or can I just cough over the top of your head? Or like, what's the rules here, doc? And he goes, no, it's not that one. And I go, oh. And he goes, wait a minute, is this your first time? And I said, yes. And he goes, oh, because I didn't know I'd be popping someone's cherry today.
That's what he said.
An actual quote from the doctor as he laughed. He goes, I didn't know I'd be popping someone's cherry today. And I said, yeah, this is my first time. And he goes, well, I'll try and be gentle. And I said, okay. So I turn around. So think about it. I went
like,
from,
my wife's got small fingers. Be nice.
Yeah. I said, think about it. I'm going from 0 to 60 here in the span of about 5 seconds. I went from not even knowing I was going to get the prostate exam to bent over a table in like 12.2 seconds. So it was a quick flip for you. Like mentally, I'm still trying to go, wait a minute. I didn't know this was part of the deal right now.
To go anything like this.
So, my kidneys feel a lot better in this position. Maybe it's just that I'm not doing any calisthenics. Thank you, Doc. You ever serve time? Breathe easy. Breathe easy. I was surprised that Alan was able to get that policy. I know there's a history of cancer in the family. There is? Yeah.
Here it goes.
Matter of fact, using the whole fist, Doc.
Yeah, good old Fletch.
Whole fist dog.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened to me. So, so I'm bent over the table. The doc's
I don't need the visual. Just get to the point.
Yeah, the doc's lubed up like he's trying to go on a slip and slide.
He's working out with the Rock.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what the hell. Believe me, he smelled what I was cooking.
So man, so you hadn't.
Yeah, so he goes, remember, I was not prepared for this. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Like, Doc, I had beans last night. You don't want to do this now.
Doc, I've been on a 5, some people go on a cleanse diet. I'm on a 5-day Mexican food diet. I'm trying this now.
Probably not going to end well for you if you do this right now.
Yeah. So anyways, so he's in there what feels like elbow deep. And I am, I'm tighter than a snare drum. And I'm clenching really hard. And he goes, hey, you got to relax. I said, sorry, that's not an option. Like of all of the things that you could give me as a choice, relax is not on the list. Okay. So that's like, let's get past it because that's not happening. And he's like, so he's trying to go deeper and I ain't letting him. I'm clenched. I'm tight. And he goes at a certain point, he goes, ow. And he pulls his hand out. He pulls his hand out and I'm like, oh, thank God that's over. He goes, no, we didn't get to do it. He goes, you kind of hurt my fingers. And I'm like, sorry, but hey, at least you got done what you needed to get done. He goes, I didn't even get halfway. You were a little too tense back there. We're going to have to do this next time. I'm like, next time? He goes, yeah, when you come back for a follow-up visit here in a month or so, he goes, we're going to try it again. And I said, no, you were far enough, buddy. You were like ankles deep. I think you lost your Rolex up there, And he goes, oh, no. I probably only got halfway. I'm all, there's farther to go than your elbow.
You're like, yeah, all the way to my waist, mother effer.
Yeah, it's like, were you touching the bottom of my lungs?
That's
because
so weird that they still do it that way, considering they can give you heart surgery without cutting your chest open. Why don't they find a different way to do that?
I think it's the same reason that when aliens visit, they always probe your butt. I think there's many mysteries that can be found in the butt. The butt holds many secrets.
Is that where my money's at? Because I don't have any.
That's right. It holds many secrets. But yeah, so it was
also hell to watch one time, I heard.
I told him, I said, after I told him I think he lost his Rolex up there, I said, Doc, I think you pulled a little too hard getting out of there. I think you ripped some things apart on your way out because I don't feel right. He goes, oh yeah, it's normal to feel a little odd after that happens. I said, I think you pulled hard enough it was like starting a lawnmower because I heard the sound when you pulled it.
Ugh, that's disgusting. You're gross.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh yeah, I'm done. But
I don't
anyway,
want to hear about your bunghole anymore.
It was incredibly uncomfortable, and I'm not looking forward to going back. That being said, and we're gonna have to wrap this up. I did want to before we ended for this week. Obviously, the Doctor Strange movie that has the really long title, something multiverse of Uranus, or maybe that's just what's on my mind.
That's your PTSD kicking in right now.
Yeah. By the way, I had a hard time pooping for like 2 days. Anyways. Now that information's over,
Doctor Strange into the multiverse of madness.
Okay, that's coming out. You're gonna go see it on Saturday. I think I'm gonna go see it on Sunday. So hopefully by next time we talk,
the Lord's Day.
The Lord's Day. It's time for final predictions. Before we see the movie, I know you're a guy who likes to read spoilers and read into all that stuff.
So, I stopped.
You stopped. Okay, so what is your kind of prediction where this goes? Like, how do you think this turns out?
I think that this ties directly into Loki, what's going on with the Loki series. So you have to remember that one. Plus directly in with not Elizabeth Olsen, with Scarlet Witch's series, WandaVision. So you got to make sure you watch both of those before.
Totally
this.
not going to do it. Totally not going to do it.
But I think this is where they're going to be. This is like they kind of did it with What If, but now it's going to be like, okay, well, we did it with a cartoon, now we're doing it for real, and now they're going to have like all these different multiverses, and they'll probably like tease the waters and see if they could do like a different Iron Man with Tom Cruise or something like that, because there's rumor of him being in this movie. I just think it's going to be confusing as hell for about most of it, and then at the end it's going to wrap up not nicely, but there's going to be a direct storyline that we're going to be able to follow near the end.
So yeah, I'm actually kind of with you on a lot of that. I do think that they are going to use this as an opportunity. You're 100% right, to introduce alternate, just like they did with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, where they can have a different Spider-Man, and they explain it away as, oh, he's just from another dimension. He's from another whatever. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I also think we're going to find that Scarlet Witch is like, I don't want to say evil. No, that's not right. That's not the right word. Kind of a monster, right? Like kind of a causes just as many problems as she solves. Kind of an issue, because I do think that, like, I mean, what happens when you find other Scarlet Witches from other dimensions that maybe aren't altruistic or trying to do the right thing or whatever?
Or like the zombie
with all
one
that power.
From the What If.
Right, 100%. So I do think that there's gonna be a little bit of that. I think because it's Disney that now owns this thing, there's gonna be a ton of cameos. I mean, I think we all know that, right? Like, there's gonna be cameos. Part of me thinks there will be a Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man cameo in this movie.
I think he'll be in there also. The rumors are, and I can confirm one or two of them maybe, is Professor X from the X-Men, Patrick Stewart, and Shazam apparently shows up in this, and there's a couple other ones out there that are supposed to be, you know, on the other, like from the What If, like Peggy Carter and all that good stuff. But I'm curious to see what those two are actually going to give to the show, because they're not from any other, they're just from their movies, you know. They're not, we know they're from that universe kind of, but like,
and I predict that this movie will be so confusing you'll have to go like a second time. Like, you'll have to be going like, okay, it was good, but gee, I'm so confused, let me see it again. That's also my prediction.
I agree with you there. I just hope Hulk shows up.
Yeah, I kind of want to see everyone. I want the gang to get back together in some form or another. I'd love to see it. I think that'd make it good for the movie, and I think this movie will do $1 gazillion, because think about how no one has really gone to the theaters to see anything big in a while. Like, there hasn't been a blockbuster since Spider-Man, right? The last Spider-Man. So this is kind of that first movie that's like, this could be potentially a big deal. If you saw there's an article from Variety that came out last week that said, are movies dying? Are independent movies dying? Because if it's not part of a franchise, the movies typically make less than $100 million. Everything that's part of a franchise, the movie does many hundreds of millions. So basically everything is a sequel now, or a franchise, because they, like, an independent individual movie just does not make money anymore in the theater.
You're right, but that's how Marvel started. Marvel started writing comic books. They didn't have any money coming in when they did their first one. That's like an indie movie being made, you know. How do you think Star Wars, I'm sure that was kind of a bigger one that, they were planning.
But now they're doing every movie with hey, we're going to do this movie and we're just going to set it up so that we could do like 6 more of these, rather than we're going to do a movie where we tell a story that has a beginning, middle, and end, and there's an arc, and at the end you're like, wow, that was an amazing movie. Every movie is, here's this great thing, we're going to introduce 900 characters with 37 different storylines, and then it's going to end suddenly, and see part 2 in 6 months and pay us another batch of money. Like, that's what this is all going to become.
Well, it's funny. It's funny. I got 2 points. One, the end credit scenes, they're going to be about Thor, because that's the next movie coming out. So that'll be kind of fun to see what that's about. But the other thing is you're right about the movies. Like, you see these movies like A Quiet Place and you're like, wow, that was great. I don't even know how they made a sequel to that goddamn thing. and made it good. Like A Quiet Place was a cut, dry movie. Like it was done.
Totally was. It was a standalone movie that they just said, hey, we could do another one of these and make more money. But
it'd be like making Room too.
Yeah, at least that one was meant to be a solo movie, but they dangled money in front of them and they said, hey, can you do another one? But like that's kind of the exception, not the rule, right? Like there's just nothing, unless this is a franchise, they just don't make money. But that's also why I'm predicting, this movie's not going to make as much as Spider-Man made, because I have a feeling it's going to be good, but not as good as that last Spider-Man.
And the reason for that is because of the WandaVision series and the Loki series. If the people didn't see those and get excited for those, they're going to be confused about this movie.
I saw Loki and loved it. I just did not get into WandaVision, but I'm either way, I'm still super pumped. I think it's going to be great.
I say you go watch like the last 2 episodes of WandaVision.
No, make a better show and I'll watch it.
You're going to miss you're going to miss Agnes.
I don't care. Agnes.
You better, because your anus is missing Agnes.
Wow. And on that, we will end the show, because I don't think we'll go far to that. Everybody, I'd love for you all to take a listen to my brand new episode of Listen to This. It's a special episode. It's a 2-parter, and episode 1 aired this week, and episode 2 airs next week. And it's a Beatles episode. A lot of work went into this. I encourage everyone to go give a listen and be on the lookout for season 8, amazingly, coming out in like a month or so.
Coming out about the same time Eric does. And yes, a lot of work did go into this episode. I've done a lot of work for this episode. No, I'm just kidding.
It was all wrong.
This is funner.com. I'm going to be posting pictures of Eric's colon up there soon. I'm just kidding. I'm not posting anything up there. Just go there and find out all the other podcasts and videos and stuff, and have a good mother effing weekend.
All right, everybody, go see the movie, and we'll talk next week.
All right. You lost the contest of not talking.
Damn it.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.